Well, the Christmas by Candlelight here in the Brangwyn has been going on, I think, for 10 years now, and it's a wonderful venue. This is my favourite venue in all the world, and when it's lit up with candles, it's a very special atmosphere. The Christmas by Candlelight concert involves the Chamber Orchestra of Wales, the Chamber Orchestra of Wales Chorale, and a lovely soprano called Ros Evans. And then I conduct it and introduce it. The programme this year, as always, is very varied. Some traditional music, there's an old Welsh folk melody, carol, some traditional spiritual, some music by Baroque composers like Bach and Handel. I always like to do a bit of Messiah, which seems to, for me, to give the idea that it is a special religious event and the atmosphere of a church and so on, which of course we can imagine here in the Brangwyn. There's modern music as well, White Christmas, have yourself a Merry Christmas, that sort of thing. And I always introduce some new music as well. And this year we're going to have some Leroy Anderson. There's a piece called Plink, Plank, Plunk. It's very difficult to say, but it's a pizzicato piece. It's plucked strings, and it's a great fun. And this is where I give the audience some kazoos and that sort of stuff to join in. So it's a bit of fun as well. Now, Ros Evans is a wonderful soprano. She can sing some technically very difficult stuff like, for example, this year we're going to have Rejoice Greatly from the Messiah, which has got all those runs and so on. She's a spectacular soprano, but she's also very, very capable of singing some nice, slow, romantic things. And this year I persuaded her to do a solo that I've wanted to do for years and years and years, but I couldn't get a copy of it. Now, the composer is totally unknown, Refice, an Italian composer who was also a priest. Well, he was mainly a priest, but he used to compose in his spare time. He wrote operas. And he wrote this lovely song called Ombra di Nube. Now, it's not a Christmas song, but as very often, the message of Christmas does involve things like thinking of people, love and peace and all the rest of it. And so Ros this year is going to sing Ombra di Nube by Refice, and I bet you that if you come and listen to that, it'll be one of your favourites forevermore. So do please come here to the Brangwyn on the 23rd of December. I always used to think that maybe that was a bit too near to Christmas because it's the night before Christmas Eve. But actually what I found is that people really do want something different. They've had enough bustle and running around and looking for the last minute presents and so on and cooking the goose or whatever. And then on the 23rd they can come here to the Brangwyn, and it's a lovely evening of peace and tranquility and a bit of fun as well.